Humanity's last lighthouse. What would happen if all humans disappeared? Have you ever stopped to imagine a planet Earth completely abandoned, empty streets, silent buildings, and, little by little, the city lights fading until only absolute darkness remains? If all humans disappeared at this very moment, how long would it take for the last source of artificial light to disappear? The answer is much more complex and fascinating than you might imagine. In this video, we'll thoroughly explore every aspect of this disturbing hypothesis, from the immediate collapse of the power grids to the last traces of light that would persist for centuries. Stay with us until the end because the conclusion will surprise you. And if you enjoy intriguing content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. The immediate collapse of the power grids. Once humans disappeared, the first visible effect would be the gradual shutdown of urban lights. The power grids that power our cities are extremely complex and interdependent systems, requiring constant maintenance and real-time adjustments to function properly. Without human operators to monitor and balance the load, power plants would begin to fail in a cascade. Thermal power plants, which rely on fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, and oil, would be the first to collapse. These plants require a continuous supply of raw materials, and without trucks, trains, or ships to transport them, their reservoirs would be depleted in a matter of hours or days. Furthermore, many plants have automated systems that shut down turbines when they detect anomalies, and without human intervention to restart them, they would be permanently offline. And what about nuclear power plants? Unlike thermal power plants, reactors do not require constant fuel replenishment since a small amount of uranium can generate energy for years. However, this does not mean they would last forever. Modern nuclear reactors are equipped with multiple safety systems designed to automatically shut down the chain reaction in the event of any irregularity. If the power grid were to fail, and it would fail quickly, emergency systems would kick in, halting nuclear fission within minutes. Some reactors could operate in low power mode for a period of time, but without maintenance, components such as coolant pumps and auxiliary generators would eventually fail, leading to a complete shutdown. Isolated power sources. How long would they last? While large power grids would collapse quickly, some decentralized power sources could last significantly longer. In remote communities, such as islands or isolated villages, diesel generators are often the primary source of electricity. These devices would continue to operate until their fuel tanks ran dry, which, depending on storage capacity, could take anywhere from a few weeks to several months. Geothermal plants, which harness natural heat from underground, would have an even longer lifespan. Because they don't rely on external fuel, they could operate for years before mechanical wear and tear incapacitated them. One example is the Fang geothermal power plant in Iceland, which requires maintenance only every 6 months. Without technicians to lubricate gears and replace parts, even these plants would eventually succumb to corrosion and friction. Wind turbines, giants that would endure for decades. One of the most resilient systems would be wind turbines. Designed to operate in remote and difficult-to-access locations, many were built to operate for years without maintenance. A notable example is the esse wind turbine in Denmark, which generated power for an incredible 11 years without any human intervention. Modern turbines are even more durable, with automated systems that adjust the blades according to the wind direction and automatically shut down in extreme conditions. While some can fail prematurely due to mechanical defects, others would continue to rotate for decades before gear wear or component corrosion rendered them inoperable. Hydroelectric power plants, energy without a destination. Dams like the Hoover Dam in the U.S. or Itaipu in Brazil are examples of infrastructure that could operate autonomously for years. Water would continue to flow through turbines, generating electricity, but without a power grid to distribute this energy, it would simply dissipate into the air. Over time, however, sediment buildup would clog the pipelines, or critical components, such as transformers, would fail irreparably. Within decades, even the largest hydroelectric plants would be inactive. Batteries and solar panels, the last survivors. Battery-powered lights would have a shelf life. Even the best lithium batteries would self-discharge within a few decades. Solar panels in dry, well-maintained locations could last a century or more, as long as dust didn't completely cover them. Automated weather stations, emergency booths on remote roads, and coastal lighthouses would be the last bastions of artificial lighting. In regions with frequent winds, dust would be swept away from the panels, allowing them to continue generating power for generations. The eerie glow of nuclear waste. But what if we consider a broader definition of light? Deep in underground storage facilities, blocks of radioactive glass, vitrified nuclear waste, emit an eerie blue glow known as Cherenkov radiation. This phenomenon occurs when radioactive particles travel through a medium, such as water or glass, at speeds greater than the speed of light in that material, creating an optical effect similar to an optical sonic boom. Cesium-137, a common byproduct of nuclear fission, has a half-life of 30 years. This means that even after 200 years, these blocks would still emit 1% of their original radiation, maintaining a faint but visible glow. At facilities like the Onkalo Repository in Finland, designed to store nuclear waste for 100,000 years, this glow would persist for centuries, perhaps millennia. Other unexpected light sources. Besides Cherenkov radiation, other phenomena could prolong the presence of artificial light on Earth. Watches with luminous hands. Some early models used radium-226-based paint, which maintains its luminescence for decades. LEDs in electronic equipment. Devices sealed in protected environments, such as satellites or abandoned submarines, could keep status lights on for centuries. Induced bioluminescence. In places where chemical leaks stimulate bioluminescent organisms, such as algae or fungi, new sources of artificial light could emerge. Conclusion. What would be humanity's last luminous vestige? If we consider only conventional lighting, solar panels in prime locations could shine for a century. But if we include Cherenkov radiation, the blue glow of nuclear waste would persist for centuries, perhaps millennia, as a silent testament to our time on Earth. What do you think? Could other forms of energy last even longer? Leave a comment with your theories. If this content surprised you, be sure to subscribe to the channel and share this video with those who love scientific mysteries. Who knows, in the future, explorers from other civilizations will find these last beacons and wonder, who lit these lights? Also, comment with your thoughts. Until next time.